Shields up, Ironbreakers. How's everybody doing this fine afternoon? This is going to be the first of at least two Capcom live streams where they're going to be talking about Monster Hunter Rise and Monster Hunter Stories. Hopefully you're all having a fantastic time. Hopefully we can improve on that by all hanging out here in our own gathering hall. This is essentially where we're at, right? You see the shield in the back and everything? That's like to signify that we're at the Ironbreakers gathering hall. What's happening, everybody? See, a lot of people are excited to hear some news about the new Monster Hunter Rise. Let me just tell you guys, the way that we usually do these is I tend to start a little bit ahead of time before the event so that people have enough time to get notified by the YouTube algorithm and all of that jazz, and everybody has time to kind of like join in and hang out. So the actual event itself is going to be starting in about 30 minutes, 25 minutes. And looks like what's on the docket for that program is first they're going to start with some village stuff, which is from Resident Evil 8. I'm not super interested in Resident Evil 8, it's just not my game, but immediately after we have Monster Hunter Rise and Monster Hunter Stories 2. At least that's what I would assume. And then tomorrow we have another live stream, which I can also show you here real quick. We have it right here. Tomorrow we'll also have another stream, and I think that in here is where we actually get to watch some brand new gameplay as well. Although this one might actually be in Japanese without subtitles. The one that we're watching today, I believe we're going to have some subtitles. But either way, tomorrow I'm also going to be watching this one with you guys. So we can all hang out here both today and tomorrow and check out all of the news from the upcoming Monster Hunter Rise. And it's going to be hella good time, dude. Hella good time. Finally, Ruri, thought you had accidentally kicked some sleep toad. Yeah, that's what I tend to do. I kick sleep toads all the time. Thanks for hosting, Rurikhan.
Some sleep.
No problem, Tyler. And with me, as always, is Kegrin. We're both super excited about Monster Hunter Rise, you guys can imagine. So yeah, they already confirmed that only the guest talk is Japanese only. Good. Good. So we'll see. We'll see how that all pans out, but it's going to be good. Went back to Monster Hunter GU after racing trailer for Rise. Usually main longsword charge blade. Now getting into switch axe is pretty damn good too. Try aerial. Try aerial. Aerial switch axe is friggin' awesome. Angry Kangaroo. Yeah, it's pretty busted. Angry Kangaroo, doing good, dude. Doing good. I mean, how can you not be good right now? 20 minutes, we're going to get some new Monster Hunter stuff. Well, first we go through Resident Evil, but then Monster Hunter. Hello from Australia. It's 10:35 p.m. here. Hyper excited for Rise. Hell yeah. Rurikhan, what's your opinion on the nine-tailed fox-fanged wyvern? I don't know. I'm not super hype about like nine-tailed fox creatures, but like if they make it and it looks good, I'm down. I'm game. I'm more interested in like new wyverns. Like I'm very curious about Magmadalos. That's the name of the new poster child for Monster Hunter Rise. Very interested to see what his mechanic is going to be with the purple ball and everything. I hope it's not just like a Gormagala virus. I hope that there's more to it than that.
It seems like the virus is more scaly, while that one is more flamey. So
yeah. We'll see how all of that stuff pans out, but it's going to be hella good. So I figured that while we're waiting, I'm going to come up with some topics from the comment section of my latest Monster Hunter Rise video, where I talked about 14 features that I wanted to see in the game. That video, by the way, was not just my brainchild. I talk about a lot of this stuff with Kegrin, so it was ideas from the two of us, which is why there's so many things that we ended up talking about in that one. But now I'm gonna take you guys' comments. There is one topic that I'm not going to delve too deep into, and that is the no refreshing of items, because I want to make a video specifically talking about that topic. So that one's a little bit off limits, but just know that there's been a lot of feedback about the whole talk of not refreshing items, and I think that that's a good topic to kind of just like do a bit of a deeper dive into and talk about it. So one of the things that I saw a lot of people say, this one's from Jive Equation, I want to see other players running around in my lobby. So it was the idea that instead of having the separate gathering hub, is just have people actually run around in your village if you're running an open lobby. I think that would actually be cool as well. I mean, it's going to be one thing that it's kind of conflicting because like I also like having the gathering hub area.
Yeah.
But maybe just having like, I don't know. It's kind of weird because the gathering hub area is also cool as a social space, and then you have the village you can go back to whenever you just want to like hang out. I figure it would be cool if you could open it up. Like imagine if the village was kind of like customizable, kind of like your room, right? Where you can kind of choose a couple of things here and there, and then you can decide whether you want to have that open or not. So players will still land on the gathering hub, but they get to go to your village if you allow it. I think that would be like the best of both worlds, because some players like, I don't want to see people in my village, man. I want people in the gathering hub. Get the hell out of here. This is my village.
Another good way to do it would be put the counter into the gathering hub, but make the village accessible. But the hub is where you
just go to get the quests?
Get the quests, where you have to eat, then load out of, or depart.
I don't know. I think there's a lot of potential solutions for that. Also, I saw that comment from Whence Is It Cost. I have a feeling that Rurikhan likes or plays WoW. That was a long time ago. Right now, my MMO of choice is Final Fantasy XIV. But yeah, so yeah, that's my thoughts on the lobby. Like, I think it'd be cooler if it was just like a room type situation where you get a little bit of customization there, and then you can choose whether or not you want people in there. Now, this is something that I actually got wrong, and a lot of people pointed that out. Small correction, Monster Hunter World does not use the RE engine. It uses an older engine called Empty Framework, and that's right, because I do remember reading like in a wiki or something that World does use Empty Framework. And I, for some reason, got it in my head that World was also RE Engine. It's because Capcom's been using the RE Engine on so many things, right? Particularly all the Resident Evil stuff and a couple of other projects that they're working on, that I just thought that the World was also on RE Engine. No, World is on Empty Framework. So we'll see.
About the lobbies, one question I would have for you on that regard.
What?
Would you prefer, similar to Monster Hunter World, multiple groups be able, or just 4 player in a lobby?
It's like for the stream, it would actually be easier if I could have even more than 4. Because like it's very hard to like rotate people around. You know, there's always the odd person that doesn't want to leave. Even sometimes when we're doing like community type events, there's always that one guy that will not leave despite the fact that he's done the quest 50,000 times and he clearly doesn't need the materials anymore. So I don't know. It's one of those things, but I would, let's put it like this. If I was to look at it from a consumer perspective, I'd rather have 4-player lobbies. If it was just from a personal standpoint, not as a streamer, I'd rather have 4-player lobbies. As a streamer, I'd rather have like 100-player lobbies. But just make it instance, right? You'd have like your 4 players in your main lobby, and then anyone that joins in afterwards would be sent to like a sub lobby, but they would still be like in your main lobby and we'd be able to join in on your quests and all that jazz.
So same board, different lobby.
Yeah. Same board, different lobbies. But yeah, I would prefer to have just 4. It's a little bit more intimate when there's just 4 players. Having 16 players there can sometimes lead to weird situations, particularly if you're not like organizing the siege properly like we tried to do, and players just kind of like join in. What would end up happening is a lot of the times you would have some people would just like, they would do the siege once and then they'd go off and do something else and they just stay in the lobby. And then other people want to join in and they can't. So I don't know. I feel like but again, see, that's the thing. It's like, how much do I want to look at this from a streamer perspective and how much do I want to look at it from a player perspective? Because like from a player perspective, that's not a problem for me. Like I'll just get my 4-player lobby, get 4 friends or whatever, boom, good to go.
I remember the Generations and for Ultimate streams from some streamers with the just 4-man lobby where they had this whole queue system with people coming in.
Yeah, I wish I was organized like that, but I'm lazy, so it's kind of hard for me to do that. And to the people asking when's the stream going to start, like I say, we always start these streams a little bit earlier so that we can all hang out. Stream starts in about 17 minutes, and we will watch all of it. So just sit back, hang out. We're going to go through some more of these comments to see what other features you guys would like to see. Kind of want to see honing to come back, seeing your weapon covered in the bright aura. What's this honing thing? I'm not familiar with this system.
Honing is a G-Rank system from Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. Imagine it as relatively similar actually to...
Relic weapons?
No, not relic weapons. Augmenting. Just
So
that it also has visual effects, like you have health regen on it. It worked just like it does in World now, but you had
it would give you
around the...
Okay. That'd be cool. That would be cool. Some special glow for your weapons, and I assume that these would require... No, I mean, it would be just the augmenting system, so... Yeah, okay.
They had special requirements in that time from the Apex monsters, from those...
So basically, you'd have to do like a little bit of grinding to actually get the glow. It'd be like... It would also be like a prestige type thing?
Exactly.
I'm totally down for this. This is fun. I'm probably gonna... like I said, in this video, I mentioned that I would probably do like a follow-up to all of this, so that I would pick like some of the best stuff, and this is probably going to be one of the ones that I'll pick. They need the nerf sticky KO. This guy agrees with me. Yep. No item refresh. Like I said, I'm going to make a specific video just talking about the no item refresh thing, because I know that that's a very divisive topic. And I'm going to see if we can find like a nice little middle ground. Rurikhan, what other weapon besides Greatsword are you excited to see? Greatsword? Why would I be excited about Greatsword? Have you seen my videos, sir? I'm
Greatsword main.
I'm excited about gun lances, sword and shields, and those are like the two weapons that I'm the most excited for. Like all of the other weapon types, like sure I like them, but it's kind of like whatever. Water combat and the aquatic monsters should return. Hell no to the no to the hell no.
Should return in some way, but without underwater combat.
Hell no to the no to the hell no. Hell no. No, dude, no more underwater combat. Sorry, no. That one is like, I veto that particular feature. I'm gonna veto that one out straight up. Okay, I'm gonna make the executive decision. We're not bringing underwater combat back. Okay, listen, I already sent the memo over to Ryozu. It's not gonna happen.
And he's reading it right now.
Is that exactly? Ryozu is reading it right now.
Watch the next one. It will focus on underwater.
Please don't do that. Also, guys, while we're all out here hanging out, if you're having a good time and if you're enjoying the stream, I just like to remind you that one of the best ways to help out if you're having a good time is hitting that like button. Helps us out immensely, get through the YouTube algorithm, which a lot of times doesn't actually like me for some strange reason. I don't know. I feel like I'm a pretty likable guy, but, YouTube algorithm does not agree. So hitting the like button is something that helps us immensely. And if you want to go above and beyond, there's always the join button as well, which helps us support the channel. So thank you. Thank you all very much for the incredible amount of support. Swanatube, underwater combat was fun. It was too difficult for newbies, though. What? Excuse me, sir. Was that an insult?
It really depended on the weapon you were playing underwater, but they have currently also other things that could be problematic with underwater, like the new mount system that was implemented.
If only I could be so grossly
insect glaive with the insects, and not to mention the underwater combat was terrible for ranged weapons, since it just cut the critical range in half.
Yeah. Sir Sirens Day Farron, thank you very much for becoming grossly incandescent. Tip of the hat to you, sir. Appreciate the support. Thank you. Thank you very much. What do you think about having negative armor skills come back? That's actually another thing that was brought up a bunch of times, and I actually think that's a very interesting topic because it's like this. I mentioned specifically that I would like them to keep the new skill system that they introduced with World. Both me and Kegrin are kind of like in agreement with this. But people brought up the fact that one of the cool things of the old skill system was having to like balance skills around, because you would always have some kind of a negative effect. So if you go if you go too deep into Razor Sharp, then you would suffer in terms of handicraft. Razor Sharp, by the way, is something that makes it so that your sharpness reduces a lot slower, and then handicraft just increases the amount of sharpness that you have. So if you had put Razor Sharp, you would get slower reduction of your sharpness, but at the same time, you would also be nerfing yourself in terms of You'd also be nerfing yourself in terms of the actual maximum sharpness that you could get with your weapon. And real quick, Everyday City Carry, thank you very much for the souls. Tip of the hat to you, sir. Appreciate support. And fist bump. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I feel you can actually put it quite well into the new skill system.
Exactly. I agree.
For example, the attack decoration level 1, it stays as it is, but then there's a attack decoration for the same slot level that gives +2 attack, but at the same time
it removes
defense.
Or it reduces critical eye. Didn't attack used to go hand in hand with critical eye in the old game? I don't remember.
No, with defense.
It was with defense? Okay. Then yeah, I think that would be interesting. To actually have negative skills come back. I think that would be very interesting.
HDM video also brought up an interesting point with the hybrid-like system. Like that every skill is similar to attack up. Whereas in attack up, it gives a tiny bit of stuff, but then there's a huge bonus at level 4 as well.
Oh, so you want to have like not skill caps, but kind of like a point where you get to the skill where it gives you a lot more benefits. That would be interesting.
Basically, the true power of the skill unlocks at that point.
That would be cool. That's cool, I guess, but people will just meta the crap out of late game where negative skills wouldn't matter anyway. But Xiong Thao, here's the thing. That's going to happen regardless. It doesn't matter what system you put in the game. It's going to get min-maxed to hell. That's just the way that these things kind of work.
And people right now only think about the negative skills so that they will be negative for a build, which is not the case.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes there was a bludgeoner skill that was really powerful in Generations. You wanted to reduce your sharpness sometimes. So that was really useful. Or Ruri would have loved with the Lance and World and Iceborne to make a build where the monster focuses on him.
Yeah, to get that. What was the name of that skill? There was a skill that.
No, not Intimidator.
No,
Taunt.
It's not Intimidator.
Taunt.
It's not Taunt. It was because the purpose of the skill was to get you to not be targeted by the monster. But the negative side of the skill would be that you would be more targeted by the monster. Exactly. And that's actually something that you could build around and become a little bit more of a tank. It's never going to be like an MMO type system where you have aggro all the time. That's just not the type of game that it is. But having aggro more often than not, then that would allow you to build a little bit more defensively, and it would let friends that would hunt with you build more offensively, and that would be a cool thing.
Or it would just be super useful in a group play if you play, say, Hammer, Hunting Horn.
Yeah.
Easier to focus to the head when the monster turns to you.
Yeah. Now, John Coombs, thank you very much for the souls. Tip of the hat to you, sir. Appreciate it. And he says, maybe just when Rise comes out, we get a Mighty Monster Hunter series with the new group. Dude, Mighty Monster Hunters. You guys got to go harass Hengist, see if you can get him to get excited about Monster Hunter again, because I will only do Mighty Monster Hunters if Hengist is involved. It's like that's the thing. You don't that's kind of like, that's almost like an unspoken agreement that you do with someone. At least that's the way that I think about it. When you're doing a series with them, it's not like, oh, I'm just going to replace you with some other person and I'm going to keep doing the show. Like, I don't think of it like that. At that point, it's a different show. Mighty Monster Hunters is a me and Hengist thing. That's just the way that it is.
People would approach me with that or ask me what I would think about doing that with
We'd have to do something different. It would not be Mighty Monster Hunters.
I would do another series with them, but I would not do Mighty Monster Hunter with them. Yeah. It just would not be the same show.
Yeah, Mighty Monster Hunters gels on the chemistry that I have with Hengist, which sometimes can even be a little bit of a toxic chemistry, but that's kind of like how my relationship with Hengist has always been. Let me look up another comment here. Let's see. Oh, this one's actually got a good start from Vampire Kittyful. The return of cutscenes being viewable to all party members, not the waiting to be finished viewing crap. I agree. Not only that, but to actually see the party members in the cutscene if you happen to be playing with friends. Because there are cutscenes in Monster Hunter World where you can see the other hunters. So they did think about this, but they didn't implement it for the whole game. I don't know exactly why, but I don't think anybody is particularly happy about the way that the cutscenes work right now.
They had it with Behemoth, with Kulf.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I wonder, why did they return to single-player cutscenes for Iceborne? Just because of the story? The story, it still works just as well.
Yeah, so long as there's 4 hunters. if there's 4 hunters there, it still works fine. You're the Cosme. Thank you very much for the souls. Tip of the hat to you. Appreciate the support. I would love to get a better reward system for leveling up your hunting rank. Could be similar to Mastery and Dauntless. I hard disagree. Look, hunting rank is just a number, and it's just there to kind of like to express how much you've played of the game and kind of like what is expected of you. Hunting rank is not meant as something for you to grind your life away. Like some people choose to go to hunter rank 999. That's usually one of the first things that Kurupeku, who is a really good Lance player, it's usually one of the first things he goes for. Whenever he starts a monster hunter, he just shoots to get that hunter rank as high as he possibly can. And that's cool because, you know, making numbers go big is cool. But ultimately, I don't want a mastery system like the one in Dauntless, particularly because the Dauntless mastery system kind of like wants you to go ahead. Okay, so level up your axe skills, for instance. And then after you level up your axe skills, like, now I need you to kill 50 of this monster with an axe. And now I need you to kill 50 of this other monster with a different type of, with an axe of a different element. Like, I'm sorry, I really didn't like that.
Monster with the monster's armor on.
Yeah, I really don't like that mastery system. Anyway.
About that topic, I must say, I actually really like the rank reward system that Monster Hunter has. It unlocks further quests that allows you to post them, but it does not force your friends to also unlock them if they are not so far as you, but that you can that you can just post it and then they join in. Like in Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, you needed rank 100 or something to unlock the Fatalis or an other powerful Elder Dragon, but you only need to beat the story to join in with those hunts.
Yeah. Caleb Nelson, because those cutscenes are the story-based cutscene introduction to the monster, not multiplayer like Colvin Alatran, that doesn't matter. You can still have 3 other hunters in that cutscene. Like, I don't think it's that big of a deal. They just take a back seat, and everyone just sees the cutscene from the perspective of their own character.
Or even just let it play. If they want to do it that way, just play it just for that one.
Yeah,
your own hunter, not the others.
Yeah, you don't even need to see the other hunters in the cutscene if that's the big problem. Just have each hunter see their own cutscene, and then when you're in the quest, boom, the 4 of you are there and good to go. Like, there's plenty of ways that you can do it. It would be more fun and more immersive if you could see the other hunters in the cutscene as well. But if you just see your own hunter, it's still better than like, okay, we all go and we do the quest separately, and then 3 people leave their quests and join up with the other person that's already on the quest. It doesn't make a lot of sense, right?
Like, that was also one of the reasons why I did not enjoy doing the playthrough with my friends, and why we usually fight the monsters solo first, even when we know they are more fun in multiplayer.
Yeah. I hope the hunting horn system is the same as World. Okay. Old World lobbies running around being done with 4 people taking turns with quests. You can still do that in current lobbies. No more bloated attack values for weapons. This is actually something that I didn't bring up, and I will bring up on the next video. No more bloated attack values. Bloated attack values are confusing as hell because you're trying to figure out if a weapon is on the same tier as another weapon by looking at its damage, and you're just like, well, this greatsword does 1,000 damage, but the duels do 500. Are they in the same rank? I don't know. You just don't know.
If you don't look up the
multiplier, the hidden multiplier that they have for the bloated values. Like, seriously, get rid of bloated values. It doesn't make sense. I think most hunters by now understand that, you know, every weapon has like a certain amount of damage that it can deal. And the number of damage is like, if a greatsword has the same damage number as duels, that doesn't mean that it's not going to make bigger numbers. Because there's still a thing called motion value that most people know. So no more bloated values. Bloated values are terrible.
Even for new players, it just makes sense that the greatsword hits harder because it's slower than...
Yeah, exactly. None of this realistic weapon design stuff. Give me my llama gun lance and pizza charge blade. I'm more in line with none of the bits on sticks anymore, please. Just like actual cool design weapons.
And fun weapons.
Yeah.
Fun weapons apart as well.
Fun weapons
like
as well.
The marks and the fish.
Yeah. The Leviathans, Lagis, Mizu, Amatsu. I think we're going to see a lot of these come back because I also suspect, like I said in my video, I think they're probably going to be able to put more monsters than they did in the original Monster Hunter world. But we'll see.
And especially Amatsu and Mizutsune, they fit this Japanese theme perfectly.
Very well indeed. Not really a feature, but I'd like to see the Tonfa and Magnet Spike weapons from Frontier games. No, not the Magnet Spike. Because they're gonna bring the Magnetic Hammer.
Hey, if we get the Tonfa and that's the price, I gladly take the hammer.
A lot of people will probably not know about the Magnetic Hammer. Guys, it's this amazing design, this weapon that I designed myself. It's amazing. It's hammer and shield, and you throw the hammer, and then you can, like, pull yourself towards the hammer. You can pull the hammer out. You can make the hammer explode. It's an amazing weapon. Capcom, call me. Just call me, Capcom. We need to work on the design of the Magnetic Hammer, which is going to be the best weapon this game's ever seen.
And then the gimmick doesn't deal any damage, just like the gun lands.
Oh, man.
Imagine that from laughing to crying in the first turn.
1000% no RNG weapons. Good God. Yeah, exactly. What?
2 minutes until start.
No, I know. I've been checking it.
If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
Dinosaur's Milk, thank you very much for becoming grossly incandescent. Tip of the hat to you, sir. Appreciate the support. Thank you. Thank you very much. But yeah, the RNG weapons were most definitely a problem, in my opinion. The Koltaroth Siege. Even Safi to an extent, although Safi was a little bit better. But, like, please no more RNG weapons. Because, like, the essence of Monster Hunter World for me has always been, hey, you want to go get the big fire sword? Go fight the big fire wyvern. Boom. And that is perfect.
Even the only type of RNG weapon I would say is good, I hate it in the old games. The Ancient and Rust Shard system.
Yeah.
But those made at least a bit of sense that they had to be restored first to see what it was in the end.
So I'm curious about something, and you being someone that plays Gunner, Barry the Bartender, that's a great name, by the way. Barry the Bartender says bring actual farms back, more colorful, so to have the design be more colorful and a little bit more fantasy as opposed to the more realistic take that they did in World. But one interesting thing that he says is Gunner armor. Like, he wants Gunner armor back. Do you want Gunner armor back, Kegrin?
No.
Why not?
Because it makes sense in some regards.
2020オンラインカプコンスペシャルプログラムをお届けしてまいります。私進行を務めます田口翔平です。どうぞよろしくお願いいたします。
Jesus.
さあこちらの放送ではカプコン開発陣の方々をお迎えいたしまして、バイオハザードビレッジやモンスターハンターライズなどの最新情報をお届けしていきます。ね、期待値の高いコメント皆さんありがとうございます。それでは早速最初のタイトルのご紹介へ参りましょう。まずは作品を紹介してくれる開発スタッフの方々です。簡単に自己紹介をお願いします。はい。
Oh, they're gonna start with Village. Wait, there's no subtitles on Village?
本日は TGS 2020オンラインカプコンスペシャルプログラムご視聴いただきましてありがとうございます。よろしくお願いします。
ありがとうございます。Yes.
続きまして。
同じくプロデューサーのピートです。Shout out to our viewers in Japan and all over the world. よろしくお願いいたします。
Thank you so much. もうね、世界中で期待が高いというタイトルですから、もうどうでしょう、コメントも大変盛り上がっているという状況です。改めましてお二方よろしくお願いいたします。
よろしくお願いします。
さあということで早速ね、もう何からお伝えして
I'm on the wrong stream. Oh, there's a sub version of this stream?
皆さんにですね、バイオハザードビレッジを始めと
Let me see real quick then. Oh yeah, there is an English version of it.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's fine.
Biohazard Village. Here's the latest trailer for those who have missed it.
Okay, here we go. We're talking about Village.
All clear.
Whoa, move! Chris? What the hell?
Chris Redfield.
And in death, we give glory. The bell tolls for us all. They're coming again!
Mia.
Quit being so paranoid. Long ago, a young girl went with her mother to pick berries for her father, who was hard at work.
The real world right now is scarier than Village.
Silence. The bush is empty.
Yeah.
Can you send the link
Yet
to that
determined to find the
Oh, you don't
berries,
have it?
the rascal broke free of Mother's grasp and vanished into the trees. Mother's worried cries faded fast as the girl ran on, over vine, under branch, and into the forest deep.
Have they said if this one is also going to be like available in full VR? Because like one of the biggest things about
It's
7
just a
was the
logo
VR.
tale.
The VR made it scary as hell, dude.
Oh yes,
I played the whole thing in VR.
I know. So did I. Dude, I can still remember how I got hold my arm at that scene.
If it's just looking, window shop away.
Wow, that was so scary, right? Looking at all the comments, it seems like everybody is like, wow, that was really cool. So, thank you. So, including videos, we have a lot more information to show you today. So, we thought we'd start with a summary and some other information. To start with, this game's story takes place several years after Resident Evil 7. Just like RE7, players assume the role of Ethan Winters, who's now living peacefully with his wife Mia. So that peace that he is living with his wife is shockingly shattered by Chris Redfield, who helped Ethan in the previous game. So after watching the trailer, I'm sure players are left wondering what Chris's motives could be, and how this changes the dynamic between the characters from RE7.
Yeah, this translator is a little bit nervous.
Today, but we'll continue to provide more information in the future.
Yeah.
So in terms of the setting, as the title implies, this game takes place in a desolate, snowy village where all sorts of drama unfolds.
Doesn't that remind you guys of
interesting thing
Kanehurst,
about
by
this
the
game
way?
is the
from
village plays
Bloodborne?
a central role, so much so that it can be considered another main character. And here we get a look at some of the creatures that have taken root in the village. As seen in the trailer, they move fast, they're very violent, and they sometimes hunt in packs. They'll become even tougher when they're organized and coordinating their
Does that mean that we're going to have more resources to take them out?
But even in this creature-infested village, there are various residents that the players can expect to encounter along the way. So what sort of story is going to be waiting for you with all these interesting characters in Village? So we'll have more details about this as well, but you can look at the pictures that we have and kind of come up with your own ideals. So everything looks really cool, right? Like, just seeing it brings up all these kind of interesting, makes me imagine all the cool things that are going to be happening in this game. So is there anything else you can show us tonight? So yeah, we have something that we haven't shown anybody yet.
Oh.
We have an interview with Pete and with the director Sato and with the art director Takano. So please take a look.
Beautiful,
So
terrifying.
This poor guy.
Oh, a very beautiful but scary.
He's just fumbling so hard. He's like writing, "Someone help me, please." He's writing on his keyboard. Somebody help me, please.
For Resident Evil 7, we initially thought of Ethan as a character who would just act as a camera for the player, a sort of blank slate for the cam to project themselves onto. But from a story perspective, we realized it would be better to make Ethan Winters a character onto himself. And, you know, like, we really ended up liking who Ethan became, and we wanted to know what happened to him after Resident Evil 7, like what sort of life he would lead. So we started thinking that for the next stage, the protagonist really couldn't be anybody else but Ethan, and we figured this all out at a pretty early stage. We want to make sure Village was just as terrifying as Resident Evil 7, maybe even scarier. But, you know, something you'll probably notice that's different from that game is that we changed the lighting a lot from what you saw in Resident Evil 7. You probably noticed that if you watched the PV. And, you know, we think we really hit a good distance and made a terrifying and beautiful village.
From that title, and really grew them in scale for Resident Evil Village. Not only did we up the graphics and elements of survival horror, but we focused on making the world and the atmosphere all around it feel both beautiful yet terrifying.
So when we were making Resident Evil 7, we thought, you know, is this still scary? We decided that in terms of game design, we would go back over everything that we did, and you can keep this in mind. We'd go back and we'd kind of reverse all the we'd rethink all the logic we used in the previous games, and try to make a really you know, terrifying game. So compared to RE7, Village is a bit more catchy, a bit more easy to pull yourself into. That's one of the primary concepts we kept in mind when creating the game. Now, in terms of visual beauty and the weight we gave to it, I really left it all entirely in the capable hands of art director Takano. As Village's director, I tried to think about the feel of the game, like what are the emotional moments, where's the terror, where's the beauty, where's the cruelty? Where are all these like feelings? And thinking about all that sort of stuff is my main job, what I consider my main job when I screen this game. Now, when we think of the word village, it evokes a sense of closeness, of like a small, tiny place. But when you look at what you've built Village to be, it's sort of a colossal distance. It's got like this colossal distant feel to it. We wanted to give it a sense of like oomph, like a very sense of reality. So we did our best to make the mountains around the village look as fantastic as possible, to really give it a wide open vibe. We wanted players to walk through the world and be like, whoa, I didn't think of what I could actually go here, and wow, this is so cool and everything. So we thought a lot about how to create a game that you could make your own approach to, where you could figure out your own solutions to problems you face. This is something we decided to do a lot more with this game.
Oh, this room looks
so you have a lot
great.
more freedom than in RE7. We want players to experiment, to figure out things that work for them. We want everyone to think of Resident Evil Village as a horror movie that you can play.
Works really well to draw you into the world we've created. You want to take your time to fully explore the detailed environments and the fully designed set pieces.
You want to take your time to explore, right until a monster starts running after you.
The more immersive, I guess, is to scan yourself and put yourself in the game.
Then you explore the inside of the monster.
Give me a break, Pete.
Wait, scan yourself and put yourself in the game?
But the forest greeted them with a dark, cold silence. The bushes empty. And into the forest deep.
What is it with that creepy story?
It's just a local tale.
まあ、絵本を使った理由はですね、すごくいろんなバラエティに富んだ作品になる商品になるなと思ってたんですね。まあ、一番よく
Because we had a huge variety of things that we included in the game. We realized later that it would be hard to summarize all that, and players might get confused and think, you know, what's this all about? That would be, you know, not ideal. So we came up with this one storybook that would sort of summarize everything for people so they can understand.
This is actually a really good feature for
all the
for a lot of games,
touches
especially
and
for people that
ideas
have
the
goldfish
designers add
memory
are
like I
fully
do.
realized and come together once you make it through the entire game.
僕はそうですね、ヴィレッジは
Village to me is
僕はやっぱりそうですね、イーさんっていう一人の人間の
this kind of story of Ethan, this one
イー
guy.
さんっていうそのキャラクターの
This developer is really reflecting on what he's saying. Like he's getting PTSD flashbacks from developing the
全
game.
てを描き切る作品だと思ってます。
So probably the entirety of who he is just kind of brought into one single
イーサン・ウィ
game.
ンターズっていうのを最後まで見届けたいと。
For the Ethan Winters that we created in Resident Evil 7, I wanted to see where his story ended up. And I think that's kind of one of the main centerpieces of Resident Evil Village.
Okay, guys, I think they're about to move on to what we're really here for. Like, no disrespect, Resident Evil 7 was definitely a fantastic game.
Really cool.
And I'm sure that this one's going to be awesome
really nice
too.
Comments. Some of these comments are like, let Ethan have like a peaceful life. Come on. If you watch the video we just showed, you can probably see what sort of survival horror we're trying to make with Resident Evil Village. We're hard at work on Resident Evil Village, so and we're doing everything we can to deliver an amazing game. So stay tuned for more information. So we do have one more thing to report. While Resident Evil Village is being developed specifically for next-generation consoles and PC,
it's also coming to PlayStation 4
we're
and
looking
Xbox
into delivering
One.
the experience on PlayStation 4 and Xbox
There
One
you
as
go.
well.
Of course.
We're looking into it, but we can't make any promises.
Of course, dude, because there's like a huge install base of PS4s right now.
However,
to release
we will do
exclusively
our
on
best in
PS5
creating a top-tier
is actually
survival horror experience.
It's actually
on
really
current
hard to
generation
just do that.
consoles. Hopefully, we'll be able to share some more good information. Wow, that's really exciting, right? So keep tuned for more information on this front. So that is going to be it for information on Biohazard Village, but I hear we have some more information to share with everybody from something else. Yes, we have the 25th anniversary of the first Resident Evil coming next year on March 22nd, 2021.
Dude, that's the same date as Nier.
So we're here to kick things off with this year. So we've created two mascots for this anniversary, like a cute one and a really cool one.
Oh, it was April. You're right. Never mind.
This one's like super cute, right? So the one on the right is Raccoon Kun, or
Raccoon Kun.
Raccoon. He is the mascot of Raccoon City. Now we have one more thing to show you, and that's this right here. Wow, look at it. That's like all the characters. There's so many characters I remember from the Resident Evil series. Man, it's been forever since.
Welcome to the family, boy.
A long time, right? Like, back then I was still a student when it came out, and
that's
like,
everything I think about when I see the old man. It's like, welcome to the family, boy.
So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank each one of you. The reason why we're able to continue the series is because of all of you, of our fans. And I hope you enjoyed what we showed you today. And we have plenty more information to share with you soon, so please look forward to it. So that's all the news from the two of us today. So everybody was really surprised to see that character in the middle of that big, large picture they had a second ago. So next year looks to be an excited one. And do you have one final message before you guys go and head off? So let's start with you, Takano-san. Or so Kanda-san, sorry. So we can only give you a little bit of information about this game right now, but we want you to know that the entire staff for Resident Evil Village is doing our best to create the best survival horror Resident Evil game for you guys to play. So we'll do our best to keep making it a sort of Resident Evil that is what everybody wants and is the sort of thing that everybody can have a lot of fun with. So please stay tuned for more information.
Thanks everyone for watching.
So next up is Pete.
本日ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
世界待望のバイオハザードビレッジはですね、25周年の続報を皆さんお楽しみにいただければと思います。
So we hope you look forward to more information about Resident Evil Village and the 25th year anniversary of Resident Evil. So that was all the information we have for you about Resident Evil today, but we hope you enjoyed it. Did everybody have fun? I can't believe that Papa, the character, was in the center of that big picture everywhere. I was really surprised to see him there. So next, we have some information for you on Monster Hunter.
Oh, you don't say.
So stay tuned.
I wasn't expecting that.
Wow.
Surprise.
Anyway,
What a
looks like our
surprise.
preparations are ready. So now
Here
we're
we
going to
go,
move
boys.
on to talk about
Get your Rurik
Monster
praises
Hunter
in chat
Rise
if you
and
have
Monster
them.
Hunter Stories 2, which were announced just last week. So here
If you
to
don't
tell
have
you
them,
about
get your
are
Rurik
Monster Hunter
words.
Rise producer Tsujimoto Ryozo and
Is it
director
Loot or
Ichirose
Gasm? I
Yasuno.
forget. Let me see.
So could you
Oh, it's
introduce
Gasm,
yourselves?
actually.
I'm the producer Tsujimoto, and I am
Here
the
we
director
go, boys.
Ichirose.
Oh, damn, I made too many of them.
It looks like they're still warming up, so like we just showed up here. Sorry. So I could sense the excitement building up the moment you two arrived. There was all these really interesting and fun comments. People are super excited to see this. So what sort of information do you have for us today? So we showed you a Monster Hunter Rise promotional video the other day.
Yes. Yes, you did.
But this is one that actually is slightly different. We've updated the gameplay footage in it. So this is the TGS 2020 edition of it. So I hope you enjoy.
Nice. New trailer. So far, it looks pretty much the same.
Yeah. They said what's the gameplay made of. What's the question?
たった今文が届いたぞ。近々百竜夜行が起こるそうだ。
They changed the sound. Wait, what is that sound? It's a transition sound. Whoa!
What the?
The uppercut! Oh my god, you see the bowgun slide? Holy crap! Gunbow is gonna be even more broken. Thanks. Bowgun. I can't even speak anymore. Likes for me saying gunbow. Dude, these are still creepy as hell, okay?
Nah, we have to use them.
Nope. Not
Yes.
doing that.
I wonder if they will reveal them. The armor sets, I mean.
コメントでは一部どころか全然違うじゃねえかというものもありましたけど。
Wow.
Not even the translator can handle the hype. Come on, translator guy. You got this. You got this, dude. Let's go.
As you could see, there was some new gameplay footage in there. We'll tell you a little bit more about these new elements a little bit later. That part in the end was like, wow, this is super Japanese, right? I guess we're going to be able to expect a lot of fun elements like that in the next game. So, Monster Hunter Rise is the latest game in the Monster Hunter series. Could you tell us what it's about? So our main focus on Monster Hunter Rise is making use of the portability of the Nintendo Switch, which allows you to pick up and play the game at any time. This game is about being able to play wherever you want, whenever you want, with anyone you want. So, as we also explained during the announcement footage the other day, the Rise in the title refers to the freedom of movement the player has, which allows you to jump and climb around the environments as much as you want. We wanted to instill the title with kind of a sense of excitement to players across the world while they're exploring the game. We hope that players really enjoy that sort of stuff. So,
yeah, guys, it's not
Ichino-san and I will
Nursilla.
tell you what kind of game Monster Hunter Rise is going to be and what kind of features it's going to have. So let's start with the most important aspect, the new
Yeah,
player
the
actions.
Wirebug is even more core to this game than the Clutch Claw was to Monster Hunter World.
This game has all these kind of really exciting
It looks fun,
movement-based
for
actions
sure.
that are in the game. So the game allows you to scale cliffs and like kind of elevated platforms, and to use the Wirebug to do all sorts of really interesting things, like move across, to run across walls and everything. So here's going to be a video showing the Wirebug. So this is some more actions that uses the Wirebug to traverse the environment. This lets you do all sorts of really interesting things, like scaling steep cliffs and to reach high places, moving very quickly. It also can be combined with your weapon for a variety of spectacular attacks, creating a completely fresh hunting experience.
The amount of climbing you're going to be able
So
to
you can
do is
use the
gonna be freaking sick.
Wirebug to do actions like wall running, to overcome obstacles like they're nothing.
This is
and to
really
bring
good, the
kind of
thing with the
exciting
double
new
jump
dynamic
back.
to the combat as well.
Yeah.
As you can see, there's
Look at your
cool
insect glaive right there.
combo attacks you can use.
He actually uses the Wirebug to pull himself down.
Yeah, but that's just the spike we had in.
Look, see, that's clearly a gun
So the
lance,
Wirebug
dude.
lets you
That is 100%
traverse
a
and
gun
kind of
lance.
give you a lot more mobility in the game, right?
Did you see that shiny?
No.
And so we really hope that people are excited to see more information about this. So
Oh, we are. If you're excited about more information from us on Arise, press the like button to let them know.
There's a new area in the game as well, sort of a central kind of place that you
Them
guys face
keep
off. So
saying
after
that
your
there's a
quest, you
new
head back
area.
over
It means
there.
that we're going to see a lot of the old areas make a return.
So we're going to talk about, in the trailer, we showed off a new locale called the Shrine Ruins. We'll be able to show you some more live gameplay of this area during Capcom TGS Live 2020 on September 2020, if that's tomorrow. We're going to have some actually
Okay, so that's the stream
gameplay
we're watching
footage. We're going to be
tomorrow.
playing it on the stream for you. So
Oh, they're going to be playing it live. Nice.
definitely put that down on your agenda so you can listen to more.
We get a demo.
You'll be hearing a lot more about that. So
Kegren
definitely
wants
make
a
sure
demo
to catch
so
the
bad.
stream on September 26th.
So do you.
No, I would never.
Man, there's so much more stuff that you've added to this game. Next, we'd like you to tell us a little bit more about the new buddy, the canine.
You mean the Palamute?
So you can watch this, see it in this new video. So this is a new type of buddy called the canine. They actively coordinate attacks with the player.
Wait,
and
they
you can even ride
coordinate
on their
attacks?
backs to move around and
I don't think that was.
so they're
I don't think they're
very
intended to
invaluable
coordinate
allies in
attacks.
combat.
We will see.
So while riding a canine, your hunter's stamina doesn't really decrease. So you're able to run across each area to your heart's content. It gives you a lot more mobility. So while you're riding a canine also, you can use some items and perform some items, like you can recover your health and
Just
things
like
like
Tail
that.
Raiders?
So Monster Hunter is a multiplayer game, but in single player,
You get to have two
you're
companions.
able to bring up to 2 buddies along on your quests, kind of any combination that you want.
Nicholas Canepa, that's the quality of the live
So you can
stream.
like have a
They usually have
canine and
lower
one other
quality
thing
live
as well.
streams. It's not going to look like that.
So, and they can be 2 of the same type as well. So it can be 2 canines. It can be a canine and like a Palamute or something like that. So if you like dogs, you can definitely go with the dog version. If you like cats, you can go with the cat version. So in single player, you can bring 2 with you, but in multiplayer,
Not 2 of you,
each hunter
2
only
of the
gets to bring
companions.
1 buddy with them. So you can
One
kinda
buddy,
pick
one
the
companion.
that, really fits you.
Like, I'm sorry, translator guy, come on.
So I'm really excited to see how these buddies will kind of affect the gameplay.
Companions.
But now, of course, we can't.
Buddies
talk
are
about
real
Monster
people.
Hunter without mentioning the monsters. Do you have any? Do you have any new monsters in store for us? Can you tell us about them?
Magnamalo.
So Monster Hunter Rise has lots of new monsters. So in the trailer, we showed off a few of them, including the new flagship monster Magnamalo, which you'll see here. So we can't give you all the information about Magnamalo yet. Let me just show you this picture. It's still a long way into the release, so
A long way? 6 months!
We have enough information.
So we'll give you more
about
information
them.
as we go, but
Just
for right
3
now,
minutes enough.
we'd like you all to know that it's a fearsome, fanged with Vern, with a strong air of menace about it.
Did he say
It's
fanged wyvern?
Scary. It's got some very unique
Wyvern.
modes of movement. So, sorry, you're going to have to wait for more information about that.
Poor
but we hope
translator.
everybody will look forward to finding out more about this really cool monster. Next up, we have Aknosam, a kind of very kind of peculiar looking bird wyvern that looks kind of like a parasol. Whoa. It's fiercely territorial, however, and once it detects any intruders, it spreads its wings, trying to intimidate its prey by expanding kind of a crest within that has an eyeball-like pattern on it.
So that he looks like a giant cyclops. It's kind of weird. I don't know why that would
So
creep
next up-
anybody out.
So this one is called the Great Izuchi. It is a bird wyvern that kind of attacks with its tail, which has
saying
evolved into a very unique
wyvern?
shape, this sort of scythe-like shape. So the Great
funny as
Izuchi
hell.
forms packs with others like it, with other smaller Izuchi, and it tends to patrol its territory with some elite members of its pack by its side.
Guys, don't bash the
So once
translator,
they
poor guy.
spot their prey, they'll attack in
It's just
unison.
funny, but don't bash him.
So you have to kind of stay on your toes and be aware of the entire pack when they're coming to attack you. Next, we have this very unique monster called Tetranodon, who's an amphibious monster that's... He's a bit of a hefty chunk. He's extremely gluttonous, and it'll swallow anything that moves, including the ground that it's standing on. So once it's done eating,
at that
its stomach will
absolute
swell and
unit.
kind of get slower, but then its attacks also become heavier and more destructive.
Big Chungus. He is Big Chungus.
So we have definitely several more monsters to talk about. And we also have a lot of monsters that you know and love from the Monster Hunter series. And they will all be in Monster Hunter Rise, but we can't talk about them just now, so please keep an eye out for more information. So,
Ryozu,
we
you
talked a little bit
tease.
about the new base that you start off in Monster Hunter Rise. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? So the base of your new hunting life is called Kamura Village, which is a very Japanese-looking village, right? It's got all the
They're
conveniences
known for
you
their
need, like
Tatara
a
steel.
smithy facilities
All of
and
the iron weapons we saw.
Yep.
other really interesting buildings to explore. There's also a lot of colorful characters in this village who will be supporting
The
hunters,
TGS trailer is already
as
online,
they
so we can
explore this
dissect it
world.
after this.
Nice.
So the trailer also made something called the Rampage. It's really important to the story, so we can't quite reveal anything about that just yet. But this is a completely new gameplay element that we're working on, so please look forward to more information in the future. So we've talked a lot, and we showed you this new PV as well. But that's about all we can talk about today, though we do have a slightly different trailer that we've made just for this occasion.
Another one.
Oh, sorry, you showed us a slightly different trailer just for this occasion, so could you tell us a little bit more about the new scenes you added?
Oh yeah, ooh, that bomb, dude. I want to see that bomb dunk. That's my main, the
firstly,
bomb dunk.
We showed off some new actions for the lance, the hammer, the light bowgun, and the longsword. And we also showed some cool new actions that use the Wirebug.
So you get the
There
dunk
are also
bombs
some
with
really
the
interesting new
wire.
aerial attacks using large barrel bombs. So
The weapons look good.
So we also have new actions and new abilities for the Palicos and a guarding parasol, I think, for a canine.
For the dogs, yeah. Dude,
We
I'm gonna
received
be
a glimpse
dunking
of
on
a
monsters
small
with barrel
monster with
bombs
a
the
very
whole
unique
time.
kind of face that you'll run into the shrine ruins. Kind of like a tanuki, a raccoon dog. We also showed kind of like a bug-like monster as well, but we'll tell you more about those at a later date.
Bug-like monster? No,
Well,
it was a
I mean,
spider-like
it sounds like there's
monster.
a lot more really cool information to be waiting for, so we'll keep an eye out for it.
Oh, you tease!
So, as I mentioned before, we will premiere some
Did he just
live
give up?
gameplay at Capcom TGS Live 2020 on
Yeah,
September
this is happening
26th
tomorrow. We're gonna stream
at
that
5 a.m.
tomorrow in the
Pacific Standard
channel
Time.
as well.
So we hope you tune in again tomorrow. I think we have just some of that information on the screen.
That live stream is going to start 90 minutes before
So
now.
that we know a little bit
tomorrow.
more about the game itself, can you tell us what we should expect at launch? Well, first off, Monster Hunter Rise's release date will be Friday, March 26th, 2021. It will be released simultaneously worldwide. We will, of course, have both a physical version and a digital version, so you can pick whichever you like.
Digital version is cheaper.
We also have a version of Monster Hunter Rise called Deluxe Edition that has a bundle of recommended DLC, including the Kamurai layered armor set.
That set has like your
For more
face on it,
information
dude.
about this, please
It just
visit our
has
official website.
it just has Kagran typed all over it.
Are there any bonus things that we can accept? A pre-order bonus that we can think of?
The Palamute retriever and the
So,
Palico forest
Speak on how
cat.
cute those guys look like. So we don't have that many of these. Supply will be limited, but all versions will include a Palamute and a Palaku, and some special layered armor. So your Palamute will get a retriever costume layered armor.
I'm so sorry for the translator,
cat layered out.
but it's funny the way that he pronounces it. He said Palaku. Palaku. Look, there's the things, the amiibos.
So
dude, the Palaku amiibo looks sick!
3 Monster Hunter Rise amiibos that will be released on the same as the game. Magnamala, a Palamute, and a Palico. These amiibo unlock special layered armors in the game, so we hope you check them out.
I need all of them. I need literally all of them.
Least,
there's a crossover.
We did mention Monster Hunter Stories 2 the other week as well, so we have some cool crossover content for that as well. So look forward to more information on that at a later
Now tell us about the crossover content! God damn it!
So pre-orders for the digital version have already gone live. And pre-orders for the physical version started today, September 25th. So please consider pre-ordering. We'd very much appreciate it. So everything we talked about today will be put up on the official website as well. So please don't forget to check that for more information. So I think that about finishes everything for today. Monster Hunter Rise comes out on March 26, 2021. Are there any final words you have for our viewers about this game?
Someone feed this man. He looks like he's hungry.
Since Monster Hunter Rise was announced the other day, we've received a lot of positive fan feedback, which has made us really happy. Thank you very much. So we are currently working hard on completing this completely new hunting experience. So please look forward to it and to more information about our game.
Man, I'll tell you what, Tokyo
Tokyo
Game Show has been one hell of a please look forward to it event.
Definitely have a lot more to talk about before March 2021. So we've only revealed a tiny bit of information thus far.
Yes.
So we hope you look forward to finding about all the more information we have coming up.
The stuff that we got here is we can dunk bombs.
Make sure to follow the official line and Twitter and other SNS accounts for Monster Hunter. We will continue to add more information.
Ryozu,
as
you
time
cruel
goes
mistress.
on. So that's all from Mr. Ichinose. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Aaron Charles, we got to see bomb dunking though.
So there are probably going to be some viewers who are like, oh man, those buddies are too cute to ride. So next, Mr. Shijimoto is going to share some more information on Monster Hunter Stories 2 with us. So at the same time as Monster Hunter Rise, we released some information. We announced Monster Hunter Stories 2. So I have some more details for you, but please take a look at the trailer.
The Pokemon we deserve, right here. Capcom's about to show Game Freak how a game like this is done. They're like, don't worry, Game Freak, we'll show you how it's done, then you can copy it from us, okay? Like, first you have good artwork. That's step number 1. Step number 2 is you have a good story. Step number 3 is you actually have cool monsters that people want to do battle with. Did I mention the art style? Look at that! Legiana. Yeah, Noel Q, you're right. I did say that. You're absolutely right, dude. You got me. Anjanath! What I really would like to see from this announcement today is I would like them to tell it. And by the way, we just released the original Monster Hunter Stories on Nintendo Switch. It's live right now. Like, that's what I would like to hear. Because if they do that, I'll buy that right now. Like, right this instant.
Man, that character design was awesome. That was such an exciting
Hell,
trailer.
it is. That art style is amazing.
So the genre of this game is actually an RPG, not an action game. So just like an RPG game, it'll have all the things that you'll expect. So you'll become a monster hunter. Obviously you're going to be a monster hunter, but you're going
a monster hunter rider,
monsters,
not a monster hunter.
Become a monster rider and travel to
there
all kinds
go.
of places.
Dude, I don't want to play it on my phone, JFlowZen. Playing games on the phone sucks.
So, Rathalos have mysteriously disappeared from the world of Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin. The protagonist,
I don't care about streaming it. I just want to play it with a proper controller
girl
instead of a
touch
touchscreen.
Egg. The two set out on an epic tale surrounding the Wings of Ruin. Now, of course, you'll be able to adventure with many of your favorite monsters from the Monster Hunter series, but you'll also experience a narrative deeply rooted in the bonds between rider and monster worthy of the story's name. Now, can you tell us a little bit more about some of the characters in the game? It's still a little bit too early to talk about most of it, but I think I can tell you a few things. So first, look at this slide.
Wait, wasn't Red the name of one of the Pokemon characters?
Yep.
So some people might think this is the protagonist, but this is actually not the protagonist. This is a character named Red.
Capcom's like, we give 0 Fs, dude. We don't give a F. Don't care.
In the palm of his hand.
Our character's name is Red.
And it's used by riders to deepen their bond with monsters. So the bonded monsters are called monsties. So you can ride them, of course, but it's said that there are monsties with other hidden abilities as well, and you can kind of collect and find them as you go. So this is Red's partner, a Rathalos monster. So Red and his Wrath are key to the story, and they're some of the first to notice that the world has changed, or is changing. And the protagonist is Red's grandchild. The protagonist is also a monster hunter like Red, but they're only a beginner.
Monster rider.
They may be a rider, but they use similar weapons to hunters and can fight monsters.
Oh!
You'll be able to customize their details, so you can change their name and customize their appearance and do all sorts of interesting things like that. So this hasn't been announced yet, the next thing we're talking about. But these are all different things that your characters look like. These are all characters that you can design.
So your character is also going to... You didn't do that in the original one, did you? You don't fight alongside the monster?
I'd also like to tell you about the weapons in the game. In addition to the great sword, the hammer, and the sword and shield.
Dude, where's my gun lance?
We plan to add 2 more weapons from the Monster Hunter series.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I forgot that you actually fought alongside the monster. It's been a long time since I played it.
So now I'd like to introduce you to another character. So this girl is a Wyverian named Enna. So in the Monster Hunter universe, there is a race that's different from humans called the Wyverians. Some of their unique traits is their exceptionally long lifespans. So
they're like elves, but good.
Right now you're probably wondering why has this girl Enna been entrusted with an egg by Ratha, but we can't reveal that
don't
yet,
rule
obviously.
34, Enna. What's wrong with you people? Jesus.
So meeting her is the event that kind of sets the protagonist's adventure in motion. And meeting her is sort of the key that sort of sets your adventure and sets you on your quest to find the Wings of Ruin.
Dude, I'm so hyped.
So
for
I'm
it.
really excited to see what sort of story is waiting for us. So can you tell us a little bit more about this? The game release. So the game release is going to be in summer of 2021.
Okay.
So
come on, now announce it. Announce Monster Hunter Stories for the Switch. Come on, Ryozu. You got this. You can do it,
also,
Ryozu.
as I said earlier, some aspects of the game tie into Monster Hunter Rise. So
please look forward to it.
So yeah, some things in Monster Hunter Rise will tie into Monster Hunter Stories 2: Wings of Ruin. So please look forward to more information on that.
What did I tell you?
Wow, look, I think that's all the time we have today.
No!
We'll be updating all this information on the official website,
No!
so you can check there for more information.
I need more!
So do you have
Ryozu,
anything to
please!
say to the viewers in closing, Mr. Tsujimoto?
Announce stories for the Switch! Please, Ryozu!
So today we introduced two games, Monster Hunter Rise and Monster Hunter Stories 2: Wings of Ruin.
Ryozu, please!
So we're putting out updates via the official website, as well as on our Twitter, Line, and other official SNS accounts. So please, don't forget to keep an eye on those.
Come on, Ryozu, don't do us like this.
Also at Capcom TGS Live 2020 tomorrow.
Don't do us dirty like
We will
this.
also have more information for you as well, including a live, we will be playing the game for you live as well.
Oh, they'll be playing this as well live tomorrow. Nice.
So thank you. I hope everyone's excited for Monster Hunter Rise and Monster Hunter Stories 2: Wings of Ruin. I'm Mr. Tsujimoto. Thank you for your presentation. So, and that is all of the titles that we're introducing today. But we do have a number of special announcements from Capcom.
Oh.
So a huge sale line of Capcom titles are now up to 86% off.
Okay, boys. Time to get that double cross.
Titles, including Resident Evil
Time to
3,
get that
Resident Evil
Generations
7, and others
Ultimate.
are currently on sale.
If you don't own
Players haven't played
Generations
Resident Evil
Ultimate,
7
now's
yet.
the
Now
time.
is the chance to play before Resident Evil Village arrives. Also, Monster Hunter, I believe Generations Ultimate on Nintendo Switch is now on sale. How about picking up to play with friends while looking forward to the arrival of Monster Hunter Rise? We also have other really fun old titles as well, such as Okami from our older past titles. So please keep an eye out for more information on them. Now, next up, we have some information on the Capcom TGS Live 22
Oh crap! They're going to start with Street Fighter.
9 p.m. From 12 p.m. for just 2 days.
Come on,
September
man.
26th and September 27th. You can tune in for additional info on the three titles to distribute.
And on Sunday we got Devil May Cry 5.
Edition, and announcer Street Fighter 5 Champion Edition. Now, lastly, we have, after the end of the stream today, we have the Street Fighter League Pro JP 2020 tournament first leg, which will be starting on Esports X at 11 p.m. Japan Standard Time today. Topped up with international top players such as the legendary player Umehara and the Todai graduate Tokido. The strongest players will gather to form a dream team. They're set on joining the league. Don't miss all of this really awesome stuff. Wow, that was such a really packed broadcast we had today. We hope everybody really enjoyed it, and that brings an end to our program tonight. For everybody watching today, thank you very much. Goodbye,
They didn't
and we hope to see you again tomorrow.
I'm so sad. It's like, can we cut, please? And that's that. Now they're gonna tell us what they're going to talk about next, and that's it. But before we leave, we're definitely going to be checking out that trailer again, and we're going to be looking at it frame by frame, my friend. So let me grab this real quick. And here's the trailer. Is there a new trailer for the other Monster Hunter as well? No, it's just Rise. Okay. So here we go. Let me close all of this because it doesn't matter anymore. Okay, so this is the new trailer. And I'm going to be pausing on the actual... Okay, it's also got... I don't think that this monster was in the original trailer. This critter here? Was this critter in the original trailer, Kegrin?
Yes.
He was? Okay, then it's just me being forgetful in goldfish memory.
I'm now watching on your screen, so I have delay.
Yeah, I know. So all of this we had seen on the previous trailer. I don't need to go over it again. I'm just gonna pause. I'm just gonna pause when we get to the areas that are more relevant to the new stuff. No. When you dunk a bomb in the monster, that's what matters. Oh, I thought it was now.
I just got an important letter.
You know,
it looks
can you go back to the rock that looks like a dog's head?
Rock that looks like a dog's head. So this one?
Yeah, he's jumping on
Well, what
no,
what did
it was way ahead. That one. If you go a bit back, doesn't that look like the deserted island? I mean, it has a waterfall with a massive water area in front of it.
I think that this is Shrine Ruins. I think all of the footage they've shown is Shrine Ruins. So no, I don't think so. I think it's Shrine Ruins.
I just got an important letter. It looks like we've got a rampage on our hands. It's been 50 years since the last calamity. That monster is known as Magnum Hollow.
Okay, so that looks like a hammer. But I don't think the weapon matters. He basically jumps up in the air. Let me go back just a smidge. Let me slow it down.
I think that's a switch axe.
Wait, let me lower the volume because that's going to sound really awkward. The way he just dunks it, though. Look at it. Dunk!
Yeah.
Boom! Dude, I'm going to do that all the time. Especially if there's people near the monster. I'm just going to do it even more.
Definitely a hammer after all.
Yeah, it's a hammer, dude. I mean, it's like, dunk! I love that. So the lance gets to pull itself through and do like a back and forth. What's that? Like, what is that? I really want to know what that is. Watch. What's this? He picked up a monster, and the monster it's like, is that like a good, what do you call them? A skank? Like a good, it's not, is it skank? No, it's not.
I think it's like an endemic life.
A skunk. Yeah.
Oh no.
Is it a good skunk? What?
Deodorant. That looks like deodorant.
So it's a skunk that gives you deodorant.
That white coat, that means Kongalala.
Yep.
The shit debuff.
Look at that Palica weapon. He's got like a spinny thing he throws.
Yeah, giant Beyblades.
The hell are those? Look at this. Whee! Look at how happy he is in the middle of the air.
Yeah.
Take this!
Dude, that
yoink!
Looks awesome. I wonder if that's an Elder Dragon threat.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm not a native English speaker. Skank, skunk. You know, most of the English that I pick up is from movies, and they say skanks all the time. It's not my fault. And here's the new spider monster. It's not an Ursula.
Yeah.
You can barely see anything on it to begin with. It's super dark.
Dude, look at the sides. That almost looks like Valhazak.
Dude, she's like spewing lava. It's a fire. It's some kind of like a fire spider. Because look, she's drooling lava.
There's just one.
She's gonna give you a burning debuff, hands down, dude.
Yeah, I wonder if it's an Elder Dragon threat, but if it's Elder Dragon level, I just hope they did not show the final monster with that.
Look at the Fuma Shuriken from the dog. What is this thing, dude? Look at it, it's just like sitting there. I'm giving 0 F's given. It's gonna sit here and relax. Here's fucking what's up, hey hunters? What you guys hunting today? Yeah. Tanuki? What's a tanuki? It's a chunky boy. Oh, Dozu says, "Oh, that's me."
We found the new avatar for Lazyman's Twitch channel.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, Muse. That's what you need, dude. The fact that they haven't shown anything of the spider makes me, but teased it makes me think it's tier 3. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. And then we have the jumping stuff that we had seen before, and now we get to see the hammer. Look at the hammer. It's got like a new uppercut move with the Wirebug. This is going to be hard to land on some monsters, though. Like, you're going to have to be right below his head.
Yep.
Boosh! But it's friggin' sweet. And oh, and you can combo it into a down slam as well. I didn't notice that when I first watched the footage faster. Like, you combo it from an upswing into a down slam.
Yeah.
This Monster Hunter is really about just like styling on monsters. Like, they're going more the Devil May Cry route. All we need now is like a style gauge for when we're hunting as well. As like, sweet, sexy style. Look at the ridiculous mobility on that bowgun, dude. That better be a light bowgun. If that's a heavy bowgun, I have some choice words for Ryozu.
That looks like light. It's too.
Look at it. No. It's got rapid fire though. See, it's got rapid fire. That has to be light, unless they're given heavy rapid fire as well. Like, that is ridiculous levels of mobility. Look at how much he slides around.
Yeah.
Wee. And he fires while he's sliding around. And there's your... What move is this from the longsword? Because I don't play a longsword. It's the Yai Spirit Slash? Okay, there you go. Yeah. Yai moves confirmed.
Well, that one was not from the sheath animation. So how that one will work, that will be interesting to see.
Now let me look at that gun lance a little bit better, because they show that too.
Interesting fact in there.
Didn't they show the gun lance?
Well, they did.
Did I miss it?
No.
I did miss it. It's not in this trailer, but it was in the other one.
Did they add it did they edit it in the normal gunlance part from
I don't know, but it's not in this trailer.
No, wait, they showed a second one at the end as well.
No. There was one trailer that they showed. One. And in that trailer was when I saw it. I saw this, and after this was the gun lance move. But in here they swapped it for this one, and then they went straight to longsword. In between here, dude, they hate the gun lance so much they cut it from the official trailer. They cut it from the official trailer, dude. I'm sad. I'm so sad, dude. What the hell? How could you do the gun lance dirty like that, Capcom? Come on, man. Yeah, the footage that they showed was from the original, but they did show it. And it was slowed down. Yeah, it's not on this one. So I have to go find it on the other one. I wonder if I can still watch that.
Where did you get that trailer from?
What trailer?
The new one.
From the official Monster Hunter channel. Okay, so they showed the trailer first, right? Yeah, here it is. Like, watch. It was right here. It was right at this moment. There's the hammer that we already seen. There's the bowgun. Wait, let me... I still have... Give me just a second, guys. Because, like, it's kind of creeping me out to just have pure silence. And now we get an ad instead. Thank you, YouTube. You're too kind. You're so kind. Okay. There we go. A little bit of background music. Now... No! It went straight to longsword. Where's the gunlance bit? Because we did see a gunlance bit.
Oh, where was it?
God damn it! I saw it!
Yeah, me too. That's when I asked about if you have noticed the shiny.
Well, I'm looking at the Chinese version. Let me go back to the English one. I figured they would all be the same, but... They removed it in post, guys. That's what they did. They just removed it. Is it still live? To live streams, TGS esports. No. Day 2. Removed it live. No, I don't think they can remove it live. Capcom Special Program English. This is exactly what I...
The longsword was...
Yeah, this is the different trailer, dude. It's different in Japanese. It's probably in the official Japanese channel. Watch how it's going to be different here. There's the lance. There's the palico, the spider. Fuma Shuriken.
Ruri, I know where it was. It was not on the trailer. They showed a bit after that, where they also showed off the insect glaive. It was when they were talking about the Wirebug.
Okay, so they didn't remove it from the trailer. Rurikhan spreading false information as usual. Nothing to see here. So was it during the greatsword moment? No.
I'm clicking through it right now.
Here we go. It's at 29:20. It's going to be hard to get back there, but okay. Let's go through here, and it probably shows everything again.
At 29, the weapons start.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the greatsword. We saw this one already with the aerial dodge. Which is friggin' sweet, by the way. The fact that you can aerial dodge into a counter.
The insect glaive is basically just the spiking move we have in Iceborne.
But look at the look of that insect glaive, though.
Yeah. It looks more powerful, though.
I love how he yonks himself down. It's really cool.
There. That definitely was shiny.
There's the sword and shield. Damn, that looks good. And here's the gun lance move. And here's the thing. The reason why this time I said it was a gun lance, whereas last time I didn't say it was a gun lance, is because of the way the character is moving. This time we get more footage of the character moving, and that's definitely how you move with the gun lance. So that is... There's no more questions. Initially, a lot of people were saying, that's actually a lance, that's actually this, that, and the other. 100%. 100% that's a gun lance. You can say whatever you want about it, that's a gun lance.
You will not miss shinies in this game.
Why not?
They are huge. Look at it in the gun lance moment.
I will. Damn, I love that SNS move, though. That looks hella good.
Insect glaive may be, with all the aerial moves, the aerial insect glaive may be the most powerful aerial weapon.
He pushes himself towards the monster. Chunk! Drops him. Yeah, there's a shiny.
And it's massive.
Yeah, it's a big chunky.
And in the original trailer, you could see a shiny in the background as well, and there it was clearly an egg. I wonder if you can now see what the shinies are when they are on the ground.
But yeah, basically most of the new stuff that we got out of this is bomb dunking, and there's not a whole lot more. There's bomb dunking, and there's a couple of new Wirebug moves, but ultimately not a whole lot.
That tomorrow we get
tomorrow we're gonna get live gameplay. So guys, I'm gonna make another event like this for tomorrow. Remember, it's gonna be 2 hours before now, but tomorrow. So whatever time it is for you right now, subtract 2 hours and be here at that time tomorrow. Actually, we'll probably be starting the live stream half an hour before that, as usual, to kind of like get everybody around to start the video and all that. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this live stream, do remember, hitting the like button helps us out a lot. Hitting the join button helps us out even more if you can afford it. If you can't, that's fine. Just hit the like button, still super helpful. Really appreciate everyone hanging out with us today. I'm going to be calling it here because there's no other new information to really watch. I might do a video showcasing the bomb dunking for people that don't want to watch the whole live stream. I understand. And yeah, might make a video about that, but that's pretty much it. Also remember, later tonight, Divinity Original Sin 2 time with MF Pally time and the crew. For those of you interested in checking that stuff out, we're going to be probably continuing Divinity Original Sin tonight. So, yep. Thank you all very much for hanging out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, team. Hit the like button, subscribe, etc., and thank you for the support. Tip of the hat.
Have a nice weekend, guys.
Yep.